Hello again. Welcome to another edition of Tea and Talk Time. Come in, sit down, relax, put your feet up. I hope things have been going well for you. It's been a bit haggard for me. Sorry it's been a while since I've had you over. But this up and down weather just, old story, I know, just keeps me up and down. It's the best way to put it. I hope you're having a good day. We're having thunderstorms rolling through today, so if you hear some, really ominous sounds, that's probably what it is, not the normal traffic noises, although they've been really driving me crazy lately. Wanted to let you know that I have set up a GoFundMe site to help get me mobile. The main purpose of it is to bring in enough to get my car fixed and get tires for it and get me back on the road again. I would like to go places and do things and share it with you, but it's hard to do when your car needs over 15, 16 in repairs plus tires, and it all adds up. And I want to take Tramp with me, and he needs to get a clean bill of health and get all his shots, so it all adds up. So anyway, if you've got $5 or so that you can spare, please go to the GoFundMe site, and my page is Mobility for Tea and Talk Time. And if you've got a few bucks to spare and you want to do that, that would be great. If not, if you just want to send a prayer that everything comes out good, I'll take that as well. So along those lines, there's different rewards if you decide to do it. And one of them is to mention a name on the show, to put a name in the credits, to have somebody on the show, different things. I do want to say a big hi to Shirley. Shirley is one of those sweethearts that you're blessed to have in your life. And she just slipped me a couple bucks, so that's going toward that. And interestingly enough, I was at, through the courtesy of my oldest son, taking me to see my grandson's baseball game. I was sitting there watching the game, and one of his friends comes up, and he starts talking to me about tea and talk time. Now, this is a teenager, and I didn't think teenagers would be interested in this type of thing. So, big shout out to Robert White. Thanks for talking with me at my grandson's game. And I asked him, I said, what would you like to see on an episode? And he goes, I want to see the interview with that lady. What lady? The one that takes you to nice places. So I said, oh, you mean Paulette? Okay. Because he's really interested in the paranormal, ghost hunting and other things. So, Robert, I'll have you know, I'm working on it. It's in the works. I've talked to that very nice lady who takes me to very nice places. And we're working on a time when she can come and sit down and we can talk about it. And I know 2 photographs for sure that we can share. And one is definitely an orb that we took, that I took in the foyer or drawing room. I'm not sure what the room was called at the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast. And it's a definite orb. I mean, if you've ever seen one, it's a definite orb. And also another one taken at Rolling Hills. That's in Ohio as well, I believe. No, that's New York. It's been a while. Mine goes. The older I get, by the minute. So anyway, Robert, we're working on it, and as soon as we can get schedules together, we will do that. So I thank you very much for the input. I would enjoy input from anyone as to where you would like to see me go places or who you'd like me to talk with. Speaking of that, I want to have the owner of Random Otaku Games on. Their main goal is video, apps, and eventually multiplayer games. But right now, they've started off with, they've got Battle Checkers, which is available. They've got a card game named Help, which is a lot of fun. And it really helps, you know, how the community is supposed to pull together and pull their resources and make things happen for the community. And if it don't, you're out. He also has one called PNZ, which is Pirates, Ninjas, and Zombies. That's a card game as well, and that is fun to play. That is fun to play. All three of them are fun to play. So anyway, I want to have him on sometime and have him discuss where they're at, where they're going, where all of this inspiration and stuff comes from. Excuse me. So I hope to have him on sometime. I will try to remember to put the link to GoFundMe and to Random Otaku Games under the comments, so that after you watch the show, if you go to the comments, you can click on the links if you want and go check them out further. Okay. I ran across a irksome headline to me. I am so tired of riding someone's back just because you're of a different party. Okay, we're talking politics here. And that drives me up the wall so fast. I don't care who comes up with the good idea. If it's a good idea, everybody should be on board, whether it's Democrat or Republican or Independent. I want to start a new one. The people. The People Party. The majority wins. Isn't that how it's supposed to go here? Anyway, a high-level politician, we'll put it that way, makes a statement, and the vultures are just tearing apart. And it was a pretty innocent-sounding thing, and it made perfect sense to me, but then I'm old school. The headline was, this political person say they want their daughters working for, quote, character building minimum wage, end quote, that's rich. Okay, I found that. I didn't read the whole article. I just read the headline and I went, that was enough, because how many times do you read a whole article? The headline is supposed to encompass what the article is supposed to be about. Okay. So I replied to this. It showed up on my Facebook. Yes, I'm a big Facebook fan. My reply. In my opinion, it is character building. You learn work ethics, how to manage your money, how to work toward a better job and career, earn your way and not expect stuff to be given to you. Minimum wage is not meant to support families. It is meant to be a stepping stone. So no, I'm not in favor of minimum wage being $15. No. That's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. Because it is meant to be a stepping stone. It is meant to be for those people who are going to school and they're earning the extra money that their scholarships and other funding isn't taking care of. It's meant to be the extra money so they can buy this and buy that while they're going through the final years of high school. It's meant to be a part-time minimum wage job. It's not supposed to support families. Now, yes, we need to work harder in getting better jobs for people. I totally agree with that. But what I'm referring to is the statement, character building, minimum wage job. It does. It builds character. It does all the things that I mentioned. And I'm sorry if that's not enough for you to get your Porsche right away. It's not meant to. You're supposed to earn your way. You start off here and you earn your way up. That's how things work. I remember having this discussion with my middle son. And I told him that, you know, we were at the time where things were slowing down for us and we didn't have to work so hard. And I remember telling him, you can't go from A to Z. You have to earn your way there. We're slowing down because we've already paid our dues. We've already done the hard work. We've already gone here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pay enough dues, so I'm on disability and Social Security, which is not much. If you can survive on $740 a month, plus $50 a month in food stamps, more power to you. Anyway, you have to pay your dues. And you start off by learning, okay, what is the workforce? What is expected of me? And a lot of the minimum wage jobs, it's customer service. Have you seen some of the customer service we're getting lately? Because, okay, I showed up, pay me. No. You show up, you work. Customer is to be satisfied. You greet them with a pleasant smile. I don't care what your day has been like. This is something that was ground into me from the time I started work. And I didn't even ask to start working. As soon as I turned 16, my mom had me fill out an application and I went to work. She had to, in a way. She was raising 3 girls on her own. So that's the way to do it, but I think she could have done it a little nicer. Anyway, but you learn, especially if your mom is the supervisor where you're working, what it means for customer service, what it means for work ethic, all those things that pays off further on down the line. You may not understand why, but it pays off further on down the line. So as far as I'm concerned, character building minimum wage, I like that phrase because that's what it's there for. It's to help the business out because they don't need full-time people in some of these positions. They need a few full-time and then they supplement with the part-time because they can afford that and have more people, so your needs are being met in more places. So anyway, that sent me off on a tangent. I almost spilled my tea. You like my mug? It's got a daisy. I love daisies. Daisies, carnations, and yellow roses. Those are my favorite. Anyway, that got my goat, and I had to say something. Minimum wage jobs are supposed to be stepping stones. They're supposed to be until. They're not supposed to be the end-all and be-all. If you start working at a minimum wage job in some companies, if you do good, you work hard, you prove yourself, and next thing you know, they're asking you to be a night manager, an assistant manager, you know, whatever. That's working your way up. You can't just walk into stuff and expect to have it all. People, I'm going to say mostly young people right now, they don't see how you worked hard all your life and now the benefits are starting to show and you've got enough money to do things and go places and stuff like that. I mean, that's in the quote normal world. And the kids think, well, they can start off right there. No. You get to start your life. You graduate from high school, you go off to college, you do, not special ed, what is it? Vocational schools, whatever, you know, for specific things that you want to do. You go off and do that. This is your life now. You will always have your parents to support you in either emotionally, not necessarily monetarily. I mean, too many can't afford, they can't afford that, period. And you have to understand that. So this is your turn. This is you're blazing your trail. You're marking your path. You're following what is supposed to be your life, your lessons, following your dreams. Okay? You can't just walk in and have it all. And that's where some people, I think they do their kids wrong by letting them have whatever they want, by spoiling them, because they go out into the world expecting to be treated that way all the time. And it doesn't happen that way. And they don't know how to deal with no. And they don't know how to deal with disappointments because they haven't had to. And I really believe you're doing a huge disservice to your children when you spoil them like that. You can go too much one way or the other, okay? If you're too strict, you're hurting your child there as well, because they don't know how to express themselves. They don't have that inner confidence. I think I was too hard on my kids, on my boys. I was always, harassing them about responsibility and stuff like that. So you can go, too far one way or the other. There's got to be discipline, because they have to have a firm control, because kids need to know, are you there? Are you there? Are you still there? You wonder why, I told you this, I've told you this, I've told you this, and they're going, is it still true? Is it still true? Is it still true? That's what kids do. That's how they find out the parameters of their world. And if there's nothing there, they go, well, where are you? Well, where is the boundary? And they keep pushing and pushing because they don't know where it's at. When you're a parent, you're a teacher. And you can't take it lightly. That's how I feel about it. I mean, yes, aren't babies adorable? Don't they smell good? But there's more to it than that. This cute little baby is going to grow up to be an adult. And you are responsible for what you put into this cute little baby. It's a big responsibility. Take it seriously. Don't overtake it like I did. But don't undertake it. Don't spoil them. Don't give them everything in the world. They have to learn that there are restrictions, there are boundaries, there are ethics, there's good and there's bad, and that's a good habit, that's a bad habit. This is how mother, father equals teacher. You are their very first teacher. You are their nurturer, you are their guardian, you are their teacher. So please don't take it lightly. Boy, I'm a preaching today. One other thing that I wanted to share helps. When I read it, it went, well, that's going to help me a lot on the days when I'm just not functioning, which lately has been most of the days. I love talking, doing the tea and talk time, but I'm so tired. I'm sitting in my kitchen today, and I'm looking around and going, let's see, the dishes need washed, floor needs swept and cleaned. I think I'll go to bed now. Anyway, again on Facebook, this was shared, and I don't know who originally said it. So I'll just say it. The quote is, from what I read, life is too short to wake up in the morning with regrets. So love the people who treat you right. Forget about the ones who don't, and believe that everything happens for a reason. If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said it would be easy. They just promised it would be worth it. So I hope you have a very worthwhile day today.